What's up guys, Ocrafter here. Today's video is another guide. It's a guide to mission 33, the extreme difficulty version of mission 4, CW2, and it's another showcase strategy that I myself designed based purely on timings and distractions. So to start off the strategy, I'm going to deploy here at the LZ that's highlighted, because the first thing I'm going to do is rescue the hostages being held at Showcaswe village, and that LZ is the closest to them. As I said in the intro, it is mission 33, so it's on extreme difficulty setting. And I'll just show you a little bit about that just as soon as the cutscene ends. I'll wait that out so I can get control of boss.
Head for the eastern communications post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
So the cutscene is coming to an end now. I'll be able to do what I always do in all my videos, which is a weapons check. Yet because it's extreme, I'll find I don't have any. No assault rifle, no support weapons, no tools, and no secondary weapon, only the prosthetic hand. Also, because it's extreme, no air support, no body support. Enemy hearing and sight is a lot better than it would be on a normal difficulty setting. And also the camouflage has been switched out to the standard olive drab, which doesn't have a very high camo index and is therefore not very good. So as soon as I loaded the helicopter, you notice I started sprinting immediately towards the Showcaswe village. And I'm going to sprint all the way without breaking pace, as much as I can help it. That's for a reason. There's a truck coming along the highway behind me, and I absolutely want to get there before the truck. Beating that truck to the outpost is the absolute backbone of the whole strategy. So I'll stick a mark on that guy just for the 30 points, irrelevant to the strategy. Now it's similar to the strategy I did on the CW2 mission, because I'm following the same route. But as soon as I get to the hostages, everything changes. It's absolutely not the same strategy. As I come out into the clearing, the line of rocks on my left is going to start to curl to the right or to the left. I'm going to do the same thing to avoid the line of sight to the two guards on the right. There they are. I'll stick a mark on them for 60 points. And I'll just keep heading towards the outpost. As I come along here, I'm going to zoom in. You'll see a landmine. I'm going to slow my pace just to get that. But as soon as I have it, I'll sprint again until I'm almost at the decoy on my right. So I'm here. I'm going to slow down. I don't want the guard over there to hear me or see me. So calm down. Over the wall, and the hostage is behind this blue door. Now on the way in, I don't want to make a sound, because if I make noise on the way in, the guard will check the inside of the door. He'll notice the hostage is gone, he'll call it in, and the whole strategy is ruined. Doesn't matter on the way out. When he checks, I'll be already gone. So I'll make my cross to the yard. I'm going to head out through the gap in the building and throw the hostage over the wall directly in front of me. I'll climb over after him, and I'm going to look for the green door. There it is. The second hostage is in there. I'm going to go in and get him. I pick him up, I'll go back outside, I'll Fulton both the hostages, and once I've that done, I'm going to jump over the outside perimeter wall, follow the riverbed. That's the first hostage. Throw this guy down, do him. Here I go over the wall. Once I'm in the riverbed, I'll follow it to the right, and I'll dive parallel with the rocks on my right. I'll crawl across the river, and I'm going to try and exit the bank at the base of the tree. The gap between the boulders, I'm going to go out through that, and if everything has been timed correctly, there'll be a guard just starting to pass the tree. I'll use the hollow in the ground to avoid his line of sight, and then I'll just cut through the grass, and I'm going to be ballsy now and just crawl straight past him. Doesn't get much closer than that, and it lets me stay out of that guy's range of vision. And there's the truck just arriving. I won the race. Everything is working out perfectly so far. Once I'm here, I'll go to crouch stance, cross the room, hop out the window on the far side, I'll dive to the right, and I'll crawl to the left behind the building. Now it's safe to go at a crawl stance again. Now that truck driver is just about to have a conversation with the guard outside. I don't want that conversation to take place because he'll leave and I'm not ready for him to leave. So I'll head up the stairs and in the window. Quiet going up, I don't want to draw any attention yet, it's not time. But once I'm in the window, I'm going to knock, and that'll interrupt the conversation between the driver and the guard. So now they'll come to investigate the sound. That buys me exactly the time I need. I'm going to grab the assault rifle. I'm going to load it. Feels good not to be naked. It's nice to have a gun. I'll head back out the window and cross the roof to the far side. Now, while I'm crossing the roof, I'll see a guy down below. He's got a submachine gun and he's also got a rocket launcher. I want them both. And now this guard will be just after passing nicely while I was scanning the guy with the rocket launcher. I'm going to hop down and I'm going to knock the guy below me out straight away. 3-hit combo. I don't want him waking up anytime soon. As soon as he's out, I'll pick him up. And if I turn the camera, see there's an enemy patrolling. That's the same guy I passed when I came out of the river. So far so good on my timings. I'm going to put this guy down here. going to give him a kick to wake him up, and then I'm going to interrogate him for the extra points before jumping out the window. Once I'm out the window, I'm immediately going to get low, fall through the river, and now I'm on my way over. I'm going to take the rocket launcher and the submachine gun from the guard at the minigun. Staying low here because there's a guy patrolling up behind me. I know he's there. Once I'm close enough, I'll pop up and I'll grab him. Now I'll drag him behind the gun turret. I'll use the sandbags as my line of where to go to keep myself in a bit of visual cover. And I'll stop for no reason because you can see now on the screen that guy is coming towards me. When I go behind the sandbags, my head is sticking up. But what? Quick interrogation. Now the guy is getting close, so I'll initiate the choke. And as you can see, I've lowered my head. He's not going to see me. As he's out, I'll crawl back over. Guard's already around in the corner. I've avoided his line of sight. I'm going to take the rocket launcher, take the SMG, and now I'm going to cross the road, and there should be a half-sized concrete barrier, that yoke there. I'm going to go into cover behind that, and as soon as I do, and I enter corner view and I look ahead, cue the driver to lead. So my timing is perfect. I bought myself exactly the time I needed. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the truck to go, and I'm going to get inside it. When I'm inside the truck, I'm going to be heading for the second outpost where the mission is to destroy the antennas. It's a bit of a trip, so just bear with me. This is extreme mode, I can't fast travel, so this is the only way to get there quickly. The truck approaches, I'm using the zoom function on purpose. I want to know when the exact right time to move is. I don't want to move too soon, I can't afford to move too late. I'm zooming, I'm waiting for the cabin to pass me. There it is, and I'm gone. So I'm into the back of the truck. Now I just need to go prone and wait till I get to the other base. It's not going to be a boring trip, there's plenty to do. First I'm going to mark the area where I'll get out of the truck. It's going to be roughly this area. Now, straight away there's a gun to mark there for 30 points. Once that's done, I have a little bit of time. I want to whip out my iDroid. Too much GMP, I think, on this cell. Can't even collect my rewards, pain in the ass. Starting to come up on an outpost now, so there's plenty of points to be had here for marketing. Irrelevant to the strategy, if you don't do that, you'll still get the S rank. I just like doing that. Bear with me. Time now again before there's anything else to do, so I'll do a couple of combat deployments. Seems like I've done them all already, no harm, doesn't matter. As you probably noticed there, I short a walker gear for my my missions. I keep meaning to go and get one, but I'm just busy recording, so if I'll get around to it. Now it's time to mark the two guys patrolling the road up here, so I'll grab them. As they're going to run behind the rock in a minute when they get afraid of the truck, and hard to mark them. So do it early. Now I'll just stay crouched. No one's going to see me. I'm approaching a second outpost. Again, there's plenty of stuff I can mark, plenty of points to be had. This outpost tells me serves a second purpose as well. It tells me that it's almost time to get out of the truck. As soon as I'm done marking everything, I want to open my iDroid. I like to do that to see how close I was with my estimate of where I'll get out. Sure, I got the guy in the guard tower. Every point counts as far as I'm concerned. Here we go, opening the iDroid. Here's my marker. Pretty much spot on. The Jeep stopped him. I'm going to extract the truck. Why not? As soon as that's done, mad sprint into the outpost again. He'd throw a marker on the sheep. I couldn't resist. The more sheep to my left, I'm going to try and mark them as well. Now after that, it's just straight into the outpost. There's another timing coming into play, so I can't afford to stop. Waiting for an audio cue to say I've made it, then I know it's almost time to slow down.
You made it.
There's my audio cue. I keep going out till I pass the first rock, and when I come to the second rock, I'm to slow down. I'll stay at this pace, I'll follow it, and as you can see there's a rock, and steps beyond the rock. I'll get down, just as I get to the rock, there's your man's head. Perfect timing. So from here we can start doing some of the mission tasks again. First I'm going to try and scan a few things. And one of the mission tasks is to identify the antennas. Most people probably know it by now, but if you interrogate a guard in this outpost, the first one you interrogate will tell you where the antennas are, and you fail the task. You have to find them yourself. There's 2 of them done. So I'm zooming in now. That's where the 3rd one is. You can mark it from here if you want. I like to do it in a minute just to give myself something to do. I don't like to be idle. I'm waiting for this guy to go away. There's a bird I can mark there. I hear another one somewhere around me, so I'm looking around for him. No sign of him. Well, I can't stop thinking about the 30 points, but sure, what can I do about it? Where is he? Where is he? So your man's heading off, so it's time to take out the guy in the searchlight because I need to cross in front of that searchlight. I don't want him seeing me. Grab him. Now I'm going to use the reverse slam, knock him out, and I'm going to take him with me. Get him. Heading down now to the side of the searchlight, and I'm going to drop down. Because it's the reverse slam, he'll wake up in 25 or 30 seconds. I want that, so I'm going to wake him up, initiate a hold up, permanently neutralise him, and get some interrogation points. Mark the decoy, mark the container, which is the next bonus task, is to take that. I'm going to sprint over, sprint to cover against it, and make my way over to the far side. I'm going to peek out. There's a guard over there next to the machine gun. I'm going to have a quick look around. There should be no one there. I was hoping to catch the bird again. So I'm watching that guard. I'm waiting for him to turn his back. Now that he has turned his back, I'm free to take the container without being seen. So I stick an extraction beacon on that, slide to the left, and now I'm going to crawl all the way across this bank. That'll give me a panoramic view of the whole base. I can mark anything I might have missed. A couple of guys up by the generator. Machine gun over there. Marker behind it. Now from here I can easily mark the final antenna that needs to be marked as well. Marker on that, so we're good to go. Now, in order to explain the strategy properly, I've had to give some of the enemies names, so I'm going to name these enemies now, try to remember them. Here's the first guy, his name is Stevie. There's 2 lads behind him, the brothers Robert and Albert. So I've marked them, and as you can see there's another guy up ahead, his name is Frankie. First I'm going to grab the grenades in here. Now remember these names, the first guy was Stevie, behind him was Robert and Albert, this is Frankie. They all play a pivotal role, they're going to be the catalyst in an explosive turn of events that's going to be the finale of the strategy. Strategy really is all about the end. I'm not using reflex, I never do, it's not turned on for extreme anyway. Got him before he raised the alert. I'm going to carry him over here. And I'm going to place him in a very specific place, just outside the shadow, around the middle of the concrete barrier. I'm going to hold up so he stays there. Later on, Evie's going to come back on his patrol route and he'll see him. I want that to happen. That's where the distractions are now starting to come into play. I'm making my way up now around the back of the base, following the pathway. There's the bird. Finally got him. Safe enough to stand up here, follow the line of the path. The sandbags on my right will keep me in cover, but as I come to the end of them, I need to get down. Now I'll just keep going. Now I'm going to put things in place so that I'll be able to get rid of this antenna later, but it's not quite time. I'm only setting up the strategy for later. I'm going to hop up and I'm going to equip the mine I took back at the first outpost. And I'm going to place it here, in a position where the antenna will be caught in the blast radius when it explodes. What I'm going to do next is perhaps unnecessary, but I said in my CQC tutorial video that the 5-hit combo is a good way to move an enemy somewhere and leave him KO'd at the end of it to put him in cover. So I want to demonstrate it. Where I'm marking now, looking through the binoculars, that's where I'm going to put his body. I just want to show you how I do that now. So as I come around here, I look to the right, there he is, just appearing. So far the timings are all going splendid. So I'm just going to let him come up the steps. Stay in the grass so he doesn't see me. I'll enter stealth mode just to be safe because I am Demon Snake at the moment, so they see me a little bit easier. sure he doesn't catch me. Now it's safe to go behind him. So he's nearing the bottom of the steps. Remember where I marked the top step? I'm going to pop up now. I'm going to give him one punch, make him turn and face me, position myself and initiate the 5-hit combo. Pretty much exactly where I looked at through the binoculars. He'll stay there now, he's not going to wake up. As I head down, I hear a conversation. Just on the right of the screen, here's Stevie heading off back down on his patrol route, and just ahead there's Robert and Albert. Now, Stevie's about to find where I left Frankie lying in the street. Robert and Albert are about to find that the container is missing. 50-50, which one of them calls it in first, it makes no difference. The important thing is that they're all distracted. You can hear the music getting more tense. Stevie's after spotting Frankie on the ground. He's thinking about going to investigate. Just as I hop over the wall, the music is going to become much more tense. He's now waking Frankie up. I'm going to go out here now and I'm going to use the 3-hit combo on the guy outside because I want him to stay exactly where he is. This guy's down by the generator. Now that Stevie's about to call in the alert, everyone's going to go on search mode. They're all going to start moving. The guys by the generator are going to find the guy I just used the 3-hit combo on. This guy can't stay here. He needs to come with me. I don't have time to knock him out where he is. You can hear the radio going in. And if you watch now, you'll see the guys by the generator starting to move. Now, if I had not left the guy of the 3-hit combo where he is, the guy by the generator actually comes up and around this corner where I am now, and I'm caught. And instead of that, you just found your man. You see him? That's Frankie. He's after being told to get up. He's calling in that threat detected. So now the enemies are going mental. The AI doesn't know what to do. I want to provide myself some darkness and cause another distraction, knock the generator out. Now that the guy that found the fell on the ground, I used a 3-hit combo. He would have come around here on his search again. No, he's not going to. He's going to investigate the grenade. Because Stevie found Frankie, he should be here, but he's not. He's dealing with Frankie, so I'm free to do this. Fire the mortar. Keep moving, no time to stop, but I will have a look at handiwork. Shot. Exit. The next bonus mission is to take out the transmitter. Now bear in mind that all the things I've done so far have made it that there's no enemies here. You have to take my word for it. If I hadn't done then there'd be enemies all over this area. Throw the grenade in there, that's the end of the transmitter. No time to stop, keep going. Now the AR comes to investigate the transmitter. I'm going to keep moving. There's Frankie, so I go into cover here. It's 50-50 whether he comes towards me or goes away. In this case he goes away, but if he'd come towards me he'd just walk straight past. Makes no odds. I'm going to keep going. I want to get out of the base. I still have another objective to do. I have an antenna to destroy. I have 2 antennas to destroy and I have a rough diamond to collect. So I'll keep going. It's important to stay down now because the enemies are all paranoid out of their heads. They're all looking around. They're searching everything. Looking behind me, make sure no one's following. Now I'm going to use this rock for visual cover. No one below me. I'm going to pop up. I'm going to equip the rocket launcher. And I'm going to take out the next antenna. I need to get down straight away because it's getting bright. All the enemies, half of them are going to investigate the antenna and the other half are going to come and investigate the source of the sound where I fired the rocket. Keep moving, no time to stop. Now that there's grass behind me, with a visual cover, I'm going to call my helicopter. I'm going to call it to the landing zone directly below my position.
Roger.
Now I'm going to keep going. I'll span the camera around to see if anyone is checking where I fired the rocket launcher. Seems like the coast is clear. So I'm going to get up now and I'm going to run up and I'm going to get the final mission task, which is the rough diamond, the bonus task. Now remember, I have 1 more antenna to destroy. Everyone knows where the rough diamond is by now. If you watch my other video, you definitely do. I'm going to grab that. Now I'm going to dive down. I'm going to move slowly because everyone's searching. If they look up, I'm caught. It's bright. I'm going to crawl to the edge of the cliff. You can see the rocks kind of peek upwards at the edge, so I'm going to stay behind that for visual cover from the ground. I'm going to aim my assault rifle. There's the mine I placed earlier. Single shot. That's the end of the antenna. All tasks completed. All I need to do now is get out of the hot zone. I crawl away because they're all looking up to see where the shot came from. So I'm clear. I'm going to sprint. There'll be a couple of wolves down here. I'll just ignore them. And I'm going to keep going straight towards the helicopter. Find where it's safe to drop down. so head over. I like to get on the far side of the helicopter, so on my way over I might as well grab the plant, why not? Now the helicopter should be just landed, and to get on. There you have it, lads. It was another Ocrafter original showcase strategy. This time I used timings and distractions. Guaranteed S rank, no kills, CQC only. Because it was CQC only, I've been awarded the codename Bear. Get the Bear codename, that means absolutely no shooting at enemies, no tranquilizing enemies, and no hold-ups directly on enemies. Once you've already subdued an enemy with CQC, it's okay if you use a hold-up on him. He's already been counted as CQC'd.
Amazing. Mission complete.
So guys,
That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
it was hard to explain everything that was going on at once, you know. The two guys that found the missing container never got to call it in because I was just causing so much chaos. They wanted to call it in, they were over by it, they're waiting to call it in, they can't because the mortar is being fired, the grenade is blowing up the transistor, there's too much happening, the AI can't cope. But you have to take my word for it, all these things are really happening. Try it for yourselves with the markers turned on and you'll see. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, and I hope you did because it was not an easy strategy to devise, it might be easy to copy, it wasn't easy to devise. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with all things Ocrafter. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.